Did you know that 73-year-old Marie from Portland transformed her cluttered 40-year family home into a serene sanctuary in just 30 days? She discovered something most seniors never realize: it's not about having less stuff, it's about having the right stuff in the right places. After raising 4 children and accumulating decades of memories, Marie thought she'd never escape the overwhelming mess. But then she stumbled upon a simple system that changed everything. What she learned will shock you, and it has nothing to do with expensive organizers or throwing away precious memories. If you're tired of feeling overwhelmed by your own home, this video will change your life forever. I'm about to share the exact 7 secrets that helped Marie and thousands of other seniors reclaim their homes and their peace of mind. These aren't your typical organizing tips that ignore the reality of aging. These are battle-tested strategies designed specifically for people over 60 who want to enjoy their golden years without constantly battling clutter. Before we dive in, I want you to do something. Look around your living space right now. How does it make you feel? Stressed? Overwhelmed? Or calm and peaceful? Drop a comment below and let me know what your biggest clutter challenge is. Is it papers piling up? Clothes you never wear? Or maybe sentimental items you can't bear to part with? Throughout this video, I'll be sharing real stories from seniors who've transformed their homes using these exact methods. And here's the best part: you don't need to be physically strong or spend a fortune to make these changes work. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to create the peaceful, organized home you deserve. But first, let me tell you about the mistake that keeps 90% of seniors stuck in clutter forever. Secret number 1. The one-touch rule. Revolution. Meet Stanley, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Ohio who was drowning in paperwork. His dining room table hadn't been used for meals in 2 years because it was covered in mail, bills, and documents. Sound familiar? Stanley's breakthrough came when he discovered what I call the one-touch rule, but with a senior-specific twist that changes everything. Here's how it works. Every time you pick up an item, you must immediately decide its fate. But unlike traditional organizing advice, this system accounts for the physical and emotional realities of aging. Stanley created 3 designated stations in his home. A. Today. Basket for items requiring immediate attention. A. This week. Folder for less urgent matters. And a. File or toss bin for everything else. The magic happens in the timing. Stanley processes these stations at the same energy time each day, right after his morning coffee when his mind is sharpest. Within 3 weeks, Stanley's dining room table was clear, and he was hosting dinner parties again. But here's the secret most people miss: Stanley didn't just organize his papers, he organized his decision-making process. Have you ever noticed how making decisions gets harder when you're tired? That's why the one-touch rule works best when you're mentally fresh. The key is creating what I call decision anchors, specific times and places where you make these choices. For Stanley, it was 9 a.m. at his kitchen counter. For you, it might be after lunch in your favorite chair. The beauty of this system is that it prevents the accumulation that creates overwhelm in the first place. No more "I'll deal with this later" piles that turn into mountains. What's your biggest paper clutter challenge? Is it medical documents, financial papers, or maybe old greeting cards? Tell us in the comments below. I read every single one and often create videos based on your suggestions. Secret number 2. The memory box method. For sentimental items, this is where things get emotional, and I want you to know that your feelings about your possessions are completely valid. Meet Dorothy, a 71-year-old grandmother from Texas who couldn't part with her late husband's belongings or her children's artwork from decades ago. Traditional decluttering advice told her to just let go, but that felt like betraying precious memories. Dorothy discovered what I call the memory box method, and it changed everything. Here's the revolutionary approach. Instead of keeping everything or throwing everything away, you create curated memory collections that honor your past while serving your present. Dorothy started with her husband's clothes. She selected 3 of his favorite shirts, one for each season he loved most. She had them professionally cleaned and stored in a beautiful cedar box along with a handwritten note about why each shirt was special. The rest were donated to veterans, which felt like a way to honor his memory through service. But here's where it gets brilliant. Dorothy didn't stop at preservation. She created memory stations throughout her home. In the living room, she displayed one meaningful item from each decade of her marriage. In the bedroom, she kept a small basket with letters and photos she could easily access when she wanted to remember. The kitchen featured a small shelf with her mother's recipe cards and one special piece of her grandmother's china. The transformation was remarkable. Dorothy went from feeling guilty about her attachment to possessions to feeling grateful for the meaningful connections they represented. She realized that keeping everything diminished the power of what was truly special. Have you struggled with letting go of sentimental items? Maybe it's your children's old toys, your parents' furniture, or clothing from someone you've lost. The memory box method works because it honors your emotional connection while giving you permission to let go of excess. Remember, you're not discarding memories, you're curating them. What sentimental items are you struggling to organize? Share your story in the comments. You might help another viewer who's facing the same challenge. Secret number 3. The 20-minute magic daily reset. Now let me tell you about Florence, a 69-year-old retired nurse who felt like cleaning was taking over her life. She'd spend entire weekends trying to get her home in order, only to feel exhausted and see it messy again by Wednesday. Florence was making the same mistake most seniors make, treating home maintenance like a marathon instead of a daily practice. That's when she discovered the 20-minute magic system, and it completely transformed her relationship with housekeeping. Here's the science behind why this works. As we age, our energy levels naturally fluctuate more throughout the day. Fighting against these natural rhythms leads to burnout and frustration. The 20-minute magic system works with your body's natural energy patterns. Florence starts each day by identifying her peak energy window. For her, it's right after breakfast when she feels most alert and motivated. During this 20-minute window, she follows a specific routine. 5 minutes for dishes and kitchen cleanup, 5 minutes for straightening the living areas, 5 minutes for bathroom maintenance, and 5 minutes for what she calls tomorrow prep, laying out clothes, organizing her medication, and clearing her nightstand. The magic isn't just in the timing, it's in the consistency. Florence realized that 20 minutes of focused effort every day prevents the buildup that creates overwhelming cleaning sessions. But here's the secret weapon. Florence created what I call energy anchors. If 20 minutes feels too long on a low-energy day, she does just 10 minutes. If she's feeling great, she might do 30 minutes. The key is maintaining the daily habit, not the exact duration. The results speak for themselves. Florence's home stays consistently clean without the weekend cleaning marathons that used to exhaust her. She has more energy for the activities she loves, like gardening and spending time with her grandchildren. Are you tired of spending your weekends cleaning? Do you feel like housework is taking over your life? The 20-minute magic system works because it respects your energy levels and creates sustainable habits. What time of day do you feel most energetic? Share in the comments. Knowing your peak energy window is the first step to making this system work for you. Secret number 4. The accessibility first organizing strategy. This secret is personal to me because it addresses something most organizing experts completely ignore: the physical realities of aging. Meet William, a 74-year-old former contractor who was frustrated because traditional organizing solutions didn't work for his arthritic hands and balance concerns. William's story will resonate with many of you who've found that the organizing advice out there seems designed for 30-year-olds, not seniors with real physical considerations. William's breakthrough came when he shifted from asking, "Where should this go?" to, "How can I access this safely and easily?" This simple mindset change revolutionized his entire approach to home organization. Here's how the accessibility first strategy works. Every organizing decision is filtered through 3 questions. Can I reach it without strain? Can I grip it easily? Can I see it clearly? William started in his kitchen, where he was constantly struggling to reach items in high cabinets and digging through deep drawers. He moved his most used items to counter-level shelves and installed pull-out drawers in his lower cabinets. But the real game-changer was his frequency zones system. Items used daily went in the easiest-to-reach spots, weekly items went in slightly less accessible places, and rarely used items went in the hardest-to-reach areas. The bathroom transformation was equally impressive. William installed grab bars that doubled as towel racks, added a shower caddy at the perfect height, and created a daily essentials basket that he could easily carry between rooms. His bedroom became a sanctuary when he moved his dresser closer to the bed and organized his clothes by ease of access rather than by type. The medicine cabinet got a complete overhaul with clearly labeled daily, weekly, and as-needed medications in easy open containers. But here's what surprised William most: this approach didn't just make his home more accessible, it made it more efficient for everyone. His visiting family members commented on how much easier it was to find things and help around the house. Have you noticed that some organizing solutions just don't work for your physical needs? Maybe reaching high shelves is getting harder, or your grip strength isn't what it used to be. The accessibility first strategy recognizes that good organization should make your life easier, not harder. What physical challenges do you face when trying to organize your home? Let me know in the comments. Your experience might help me create a future video addressing specific accessibility concerns. Secret number 5. The room-by-room reset 30-day challenge. Here's where we tackle the overwhelm that stops most seniors from even starting. Meet Clarence, a 72-year-old retired accountant who looked at his entire house and felt paralyzed. Every room needed attention, and he didn't know where to begin. Clarence's mistake was trying to organize his entire home at once, a recipe for burnout and failure. The room-by-room reset changed everything by breaking the overwhelming task into manageable, victories-filled chunks. Here's the psychology behind why this works. Our brains are wired to seek completion and reward. When we tackle an entire house, we rarely feel that sense of accomplishment. But when we complete one room, we get a dopamine hit that motivates us to continue. Clarence started with what I call the quick win room, typically the bathroom or a bedroom, spaces that are small enough to complete in a day but impactful enough to create momentum. Day 1-3. Clarence tackled his master bedroom. He sorted clothes into keep, donate, and seasonal storage piles. He cleared his nightstand and created a simple system for his reading glasses, medications, and water glass. By day 3, he had a peaceful sleep sanctuary that motivated him to continue. Days 4-7. The bathroom became his next victory. Clarence disposed of expired medications, organized his daily essentials, and created a simple system for towels and toiletries. The transformation was immediate and energizing. Days 8-14. The kitchen challenged Clarence most, but he broke it into zones: counters first, then cabinets, then the pantry. He discovered duplicates he'd forgotten about and created easy access storage for his most used items. Days 15-21. The living room required the most decision-making about sentimental items and furniture arrangement. Clarence used the memory box method here, creating display areas for meaningful items while clearing surfaces for daily use. Days 22-30. The final week focused on creating systems to maintain the progress. Clarence developed simple daily habits for each room and created a weekly review system. But here's the secret that made Clarence's transformation stick: he celebrated each room completion. He'd call his daughter, take a photo, or treat himself to something special. This positive reinforcement made the process enjoyable rather than overwhelming. The 30-day timeline isn't rigid, it's a framework. Some seniors complete rooms faster, others need more time. The key is forward progress, not perfection. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the thought of organizing your entire home? Which room would you choose as your quick win room? Share in the comments. Knowing where to start is often the hardest part, and your choice might inspire someone else to begin their own transformation. Secret number 6. The support system strategy. This secret addresses something most organizing advice completely ignores: the power of community and asking for help. Meet Dolores, a 77-year-old widow who felt embarrassed about the state of her home and tried to handle everything alone. Dolores's transformation began when she realized that isolation was her biggest obstacle, not the clutter itself. The support system strategy recognizes that successful home organization after 60 isn't just about systems and storage, it's about creating the right network of support to maintain your progress. Here's how Dolores built her support system. First, she identified her organizing buddy, her neighbor Janet, who was facing similar challenges. They agreed to spend one morning per week helping each other with organizing tasks. Having someone to share the work with made everything feel less overwhelming and more enjoyable. They'd tackle one room at a time, making decisions together and celebrating each other's progress. Second, Dolores created her skill swap network. She realized that her friend Marcus was great at small repairs and installations, while she was skilled at paperwork and organizing systems. They began trading services. Marcus would install her new closet organizers while Dolores helped him set up his bill-paying system. Third, she established her maintenance team. Dolores identified tasks that were becoming physically challenging and hired help strategically. A cleaning service comes monthly for deep cleaning, a handyman visits quarterly for minor repairs, and a local teenager helps with seasonal organization tasks like switching out clothes or decorating. But here's the breakthrough moment. Dolores realized that asking for help wasn't a sign of weakness, it was a sign of wisdom. She was investing in her independence by creating systems that would keep her in her home longer. The emotional support was equally important. Dolores joined a local senior center's Home and Garden group where members shared organizing tips and celebrated each other's successes. Having people who understood her challenges and cheered her victories made the entire process more sustainable. The financial investment was minimal compared to the benefits. Dolores spent less on help than she had been spending on storage solutions and organizational gadgets that didn't work. Plus, maintaining an organized home actually saved money by preventing duplicate purchases and reducing stress-related expenses. Are you trying to tackle home organization all by yourself? It's okay to ask for help. In fact, it's smart. What kind of support do you think would help you most? Maybe it's a friend to work alongside, a family member to help with decisions, or a professional for the heavy lifting? Tell us in the comments what's holding you back from asking for help. Remember, the seniors who succeed at creating lasting organization are the ones who build the right support systems. Secret number 7. The future-proofing home setup. Our final secret is the most important because it ensures your organized home stays functional as your needs change. Meet Russell, a 70-year-old retired engineer who organized his home beautifully but didn't consider how his future needs might evolve. 2 years later, after a minor knee surgery, Russell realized his organizing system wasn't sustainable. That's when he discovered the future-proofing strategy, organizing your home not just for who you are today, but for who you might become. Here's the revolutionary approach. Every organizing decision considers 3 scenarios: your current abilities, your needs if mobility becomes limited, and your requirements if you need occasional assistance from others. Russell started by conducting what I call a future needs assessment. He walked through his home and identified potential challenges: reaching high shelves, navigating stairs, gripping small handles, and reading small labels. Then he redesigned his systems with these considerations in mind. In the kitchen, Russell lowered frequently used items and installed pull-out shelves that would be easier to access from a seated position if needed. He chose storage containers with large, easy grip handles and created clear labeling systems with large fonts. His spice rack moved from a high cabinet to a lazy Susan at counter level. The bedroom transformation was equally thoughtful. Russell moved his dresser to eliminate the need to walk around the bed, installed motion sensor lighting for safe nighttime navigation, and created a daily essentials station within easy reach of the bed. His closet was reorganized with most items at waist level and easy access hanging systems. The bathroom became a model of future-proofing. Russell installed grab bars disguised as towel racks, chose a shower caddy that could be easily removed and refilled, and created storage solutions that would work whether he was standing or seated. His medicine organization system used large, clearly labeled containers that would be easy for a caregiver to understand if needed. But here's the genius of Russell's approach: he didn't wait until he needed these modifications. By implementing them while he was healthy and capable, he avoided the stress and expense of emergency modifications later. Plus, many of these changes improved his daily life immediately. The financial planning aspect was equally important. Russell researched the costs of potential future services: cleaning help, grocery delivery, home maintenance, and budgeted for these expenses. He also created a home systems manual that explained his organizational systems to potential caregivers or family members. Russell's story illustrates the most important truth about organizing after 60: it's not just about creating order, it's about creating sustainable independence. What concerns do you have about your future needs? Are you worried about stairs, reaching high places, or managing your home if your mobility changes? Share your thoughts in the comments. Future-proofing your home organization is one of the best investments you can make in your independence and peace of mind. 6 months after implementing these 7 secrets, let me tell you what happened to our heroes. Marie's home became the gathering place for her family again. Her grandchildren love visiting because they can actually find things and play comfortably. Stanley started a neighborhood dinner club in his now functional dining room. Dorothy created a legacy project, documenting the stories behind her curated memory collections for her grandchildren. Florence has so much extra energy that she started volunteering at the local library. William's home became a model for other seniors dealing with accessibility challenges. Clarence's 30-day transformation inspired 3 of his friends to start their own room-by-room resets. Dolores's organizing buddy system grew into a neighborhood network of seniors helping each other. Russell's future-proofed home allowed him to age in place confidently when his mobility did change. But here's what they all discovered: this wasn't just about organizing stuff. It was about reclaiming their independence, their peace of mind, and their ability to enjoy their golden years. They stopped feeling overwhelmed by their homes and started feeling supported by them. The transformation you can achieve isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. Your home can become your sanctuary again. If you're ready to transform your home and reclaim your peace of mind, start with just one secret from today's video. Which one resonated most with you? Drop a comment below and let me know which secret you're going to try first. Don't forget to hit that like button if this video helped you. It helps more seniors discover these life-changing strategies. Share this video with someone who needs to hear these secrets today. Your friend or family member will thank you for it. Subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest tips for living your best life after 60. Remember, it's never too late to create the home you deserve. Your organized, peaceful sanctuary is waiting for you.